Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I've come back with an oldie. I haven't done this one for about a year, or maybe a bit longer. I saw Jennifer Maguire doing her new double Z fold cards. Well, after watching the video, I thought, I've done one of them ages ago. And bless, she did say her daughter came up with the name. And I'm not criticising anybody for anything, but mine too was called a double Z fold card. And it wasn't something I'd made up either. I've seen a few of them on Pinterest. So no claiming to this one. And I'm using this, the Deck the Halls. And I have shimmered my card, but I think it makes my words look a little bit blurry. What do you reckon? But I did have this from Craft Stash, the black glitter card, which I showed the other day from my stash, which is what I've got with my winnings. And I've gone and made the Miracle of Christmas, fill your heart with joy, and these beautiful baubles. And just a few snowflakes added here, there and everywhere. I just loved the black and white theme, and fell in love with the bouquet spots that came with the Designer Series paper, which is with... oh, where is it now? Where's my paper gone? It's not that one. It's definitely not that one. Oh, here it is. It's called All is Bright. But today I am going to use the Baubles one for this next card. I think it's just stunning. I used the Bauble one, and on the back I've put a panel. But if you notice, it's on the wrong way round. So I put this on blind without checking. So I'm going to cut another one of these out. Is that beautiful? I had this off eBay for like, I think it was like £2, if that. And I just fell in love with the design. Somebody sent a card in with the Christmas card challenges last year, and I loved it, and I went out and bought one. But I suppose it doesn't matter. You could write your message that way and then turn it this way. It's entirely up to you. Or I should have just flipped it and then put it down here. So it's up to you if you want to do it like I did, like that. Or if you want to do it properly and do it like that. So it's so simple to make as well. Right, I'm using the... Oops, excuse me. The Carols of Christmas to deck the halls, and I've used the long baubles. I may add the 2 on this one. I don't know. I'm just loving it. Love this little deer. Maybe I could have popped him somewhere, but I love the deck the halls. It's beautiful. And I'm using all the same card again. This is where I cut that beautiful die from, and I've got this strip, and I can get another one out of there. And I will keep all the scraps, because you know me, I don't like to throw anything away. If I can get even a tiny little love art out of it, I'll keep it. So I'm going to run that through the Big Shot in a moment. I have got my pieces here, which I'm bringing in when I can grab them. I've got the black cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 11. And when it folds flat like this, it's 5.5 by 5.5. This piece is 9.25 by 3.5. No, by 3 3/4. Sorry, I do apologise. I have a piece of Whisper White for the back, which is 5.25 by 5.25. I have Designer Series paper, which is for the inside back bit. This is 5.25 by 5.25. And these 2 pieces you will need. They are 2.5 by 5.25. They're for those 2 panels. And then my black glitter card. Oh, I've got it 3.5 by 3.5 and 2.5 by 3.5. These are going on our white card. And then to layer, I've got this, which is 3.25 by 3.25, and this is 2.25 by 3.25. The centre panel is coming off the white. So this is the stamp set again I'm using. Deck the halls and these beautiful baubles. And I tell you what else I used. Ooh, for that little snowflake you see here, it's the set of 3. Well, I just cut one off, trimmed it all down because I don't like all that floating rubber around the outside. And then I use that to decorate. So there's 2. And this is still in the current catalogue, and this one's retired. So we've got new and old. Oh, I knew I'd get it in there somewhere. But isn't that beautiful? Now that's my sort of card my sister would love. She loves black and she loves bling. So I think she can have this card. Maybe the one I'm going to make now, but in this one in the right position. Silly sausage. Right, pop our things to one side just for a moment. And we are going to fetch in the scoreboard. And we're going to score these 2 lines, both exactly the same. Very simple card. 2 3/4. I always score the long side, and then 5 1/2. And we're going to do exactly the same with this piece. This is 9 1/4. We're going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Done. That's all our scoring done. I love these double Z fold cards. They are absolutely charming. Great way to build up a beautiful card. Right, you're going to notice that this, when folded back, folds back on itself perfectly, but not all the way across, because otherwise it would just be a humongous step out. But it all comes good in the end. So I'm just going to burnish my score lines on both cards. This one is perfectly half because it's 11. The other card has to be a little bit shorter. Making sure you line them up. Score and bend back. Making sure they all line up as well. And always score from the middle out. Don't stop at the top because you can make your paper move. There we go, nice and flat. So, because I'd already started that, so this is how this is going to sit right there, smack bang in the centre of our card. Isn't that beautiful? But first, we've got to attach our designer series paper. Now, this is directional. My other one wasn't. My strings are all going up, so I've got to be careful how I add these now. Strings are going up. And strings are now going up. These are the tops of the baubles. As we know. Don't hang it upside down like I do. So again, I'm going to use a little bit of glue because I can give me some wiggle space. And if you spot anything, shout loud. I might hear you this time. Oh, God bless you. I bet you've all seen me make mistakes, or go to make mistakes, or have definitely made mistakes. And you've all screamed at the TV, Gaynor, no! Checking my direction is right. And I'm going to give myself a lovely little border all the way around. Just checking before I actually stick that down. Oops. And I'm just going to give it a gentle rub with my bone folder, just so it adheres right down to my cardstock. Oh, that looks beautiful. Perhaps I could have used the gold cardstock that I had bought a couple of years ago, but I want that black glitter on there somewhere, so black card it is. You could change this up, use some holographic paper instead of the black glitter, and then change the colour of your card as well. It's entirely up to you. You're going to make sure this lines up at the top and the bottom. And we've got that same amount of border running along there. And again, just add a bit of pressure to help that card stick to the designer series paper, or vice versa. And then flip this over, and now we can add our third panel. Oh my gosh, and it makes sure it lines up top and bottom again. I love these styles of card. I tend to, or try my best to make cards with something different in there, like a fun fold or a stepped card, or I've always done that. I think I love normal folding cards, but I think it adds a little bit of something different, and I've always tried my best to do something special for you all. And not only that, this glue is brilliant. It's not like Tombow. When it dries, it stays tacky. This, if you just run your finger over to get rid, it dries and it doesn't leave a tacky residue. So this is how I know it's safe, even if that tiny little bit pokes out. Love it. There's our layers. That is just beautiful. I may leave off the snowflakes. I may fetch something else in. So we'll have to wait and see. Now this is my back piece. Doesn't matter which way you put this on, it's symmetrical and square, so I'm not going to get this one in the wrong place. So no shouting at this point. And I'm barely it looks like loads of glue, but I'm barely touching that. Look, she's doing it on the side now, but I'm doing it the right way. Because our card's 5.5 by 5.5, I've just cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller all round, and I also wanted that on the back to break up all that white space. I know it's there to write a message. You can just see the glue then underneath poking through, which is absolutely, if you've got a lot to say then fair enough, but that little image now on the back is going to be perfect. So we can actually go ahead now and glue this into place. What I do is I'm going to line that up there, same distance roughly, just eyeballing it, and to place, and then I'm going to gently lift my card. I will have to readjust, but now I'm just going to glue half of this back end of this card. And I'm going to smear that a bit because it looks a bit bulky. And watch this, it's gone. It comes off lovely. So now I'm going to turn my card back round. And before I actually lay it right down, I'm going to make sure I've got it in the centre and that it's not on the wonk. And the reason I used glue is because I can adjust if needs be, if I'm quick, because this does go off really fast. So I can see it needs adjusting just a touch. Oh, and I just managed to do that. But make sure your bone folder is clean. I'm a mucky sod, so just smear that down and letting it adhere to the card. And then we can open this out and we can glue this section. Just tiny little bit. And then all we have to do then is keep our finger on the card and fold it over. Don't worry about those bits. And then I can put my bone folder inside the centre of my card. Just rub that down, or even on the top there, and open it out now. I seem to have little bits floating everywhere. And this will basically lay flat as well for you to work on, because I'm going to stamp my image in the centre. I've got my black glimmer card is going there. Oh, I just love it. So I can glue this down as well. Oh, I just love a bit of glimmer and glitz, and I love black. And you have to be quick to get this in. They are stuck. It's gone. It's stuck. So again with this one as well. Making sure we've got a nice little border all the way around before it sets. Look, it's that quick. It's that quick. So this is that panel you've got to stamp. This is why you didn't need any extra Whisper White. I'm leaving that with a bigger border slightly. I think I've cut that wrong actually. Ah, that's the right way. Because I wanted to see that black. And this one, covered in glitter is going on here. But first of all, we're going to do some stamping and a bit of die cutting. So I'm just going to run that through the die shot, the die shot machine. Seem to be getting everything wrong today. Making sure I'm using my magnetic plate so I know it stays in position. And I'm just going to fetch it back as well because it's a bit of glimmer paper. I'm just giving it a double dose. Oops, I've got paper on the floor. The bit's falling out. So this is that beautiful die. And I just poke a few bits through, just leave a few behind, nothing major that can't be poked through quickly. I've done that before now, I've just done that on the back of my hand and it's all fallen out. Not with this one, but with others. There we go. Oh, isn't that beautiful? The gorgeous bow. And then we're going to pull this out of its release. Look at these perfect little bits here. There's a few little bits to poke out, but it's nothing. You can do it with your nail if you want to. I've seen loads of ladies with this and it's just beautiful. So I'm getting into this old and new malarkey and my other items as well. If you've got them, use them. That's what I say. And it won't take seconds to poke them through once you get the rhythm going. Look, I can even flick at them. That is absolutely, let me show you on the back. Let me get it right on the back. So yeah, our card is this way. We need to attach it right there. So I'm going to leave that for a second whilst I clear these bits up. Probably where all the back bits are coming from, all this black glitter card. And I've still got space for little hearts and flowers and all sorts of shapes, so I don't, like I say, don't throw anything away, especially glimmer paper like that. You know, isn't that beautiful? It can pop away. And I can just get my glue now, and I'm just going to dab in parts, because it's literally, I'm not even squeezing this glue, I'm just dotting it. And you can see tiny little dots, and I'm just strategically placing them on the bigger bits. Even may get a smidgen of a line down there. But like I say, I'm not worried with this card, this glue, because when it dries clear and not tacky. It will absolutely cling to whatever you're stamping. Whatever you're die cutting and gluing down will set like glue, but this one, I'm going to start at the top because it will go slightly higher there, and I need to make sure this is nice and straight. And look at that, it's perfect fit. This die is actually 5.5 by about 2 inches. Not quite 2. So I'd say about 1 3/4. But that on there now, adding that beautiful decoration. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning. I love it. Tiny little bit of glue there, which comes right off. And guess what? I've got it the right way round. Oh, bless my soul. I know, I can hear you all saying it. Right, now for my sentiment. And this is that, oh, what's it called again? May the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with joy. That's not actually it. Where's that one gone? Because I've got another card going on the go as well. Where do I put that? Oh my gosh. Oh no, I have lost it. Is it under there? Nope. Is it over there? Nope. Have I put it back in the box? Probably. No, I haven't. Oh, where has that gone? Oh, Nadine has lost a stamp. Right. I'm lifting everything I've got up. It's not there. It's not there. Where's that gone? Is it over this side? No, I've lost it, my stamp. This one says something completely different. Or does it? Or am I just reading this wrong? It is the right one. Look, the word joy is right on the hair. Yes, this is the one. I didn't think I'd lost it. Oh, I'm losing my marbles, I think. So let's put the lid on our glue just for a minute because I don't want to clog the hole up. Do you know any... Oh, I don't believe what happened then. So I'm just fetching in my little ink spot. Perhaps if I inked it up first, then read it, then I'd do it. Oh yes, that is the one I want. There it is. All inked up nice and neat. I'm just going to line this up so I know it's straight. And this is pretty straightish. Yay! That's not too bad at all. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just going to squeaky clean my... I will put it back now because I am terrible like that. I will lose it otherwise. So, away goes the block. And I'm fetching in the Stamparatus for my other bits because I want to double dip. I want a thick. So I'm going to, I've got my baubles this side. I'm just going to ink that up. Just got a smudge there because I'm using the matte still. And I'm basically just going down once. This is a beautiful stamp, and now I can know. I can move this along one, put it back in its position, and it's going to fit on that side perfect. So again, just ink this up. And again, I'm just giving one press down. Oops! Thank God it's in the same place. So I'm just going to squeaky clean my rubbers. In fact, I'm going to take that off for 2 seconds. And this is black permanent ink. So now I'm going to flip and get my side ready. Remove my stamped piece. And this one lines up perfectly with these three. I always line up this with this. And just to be double safe, let me just pop that way. I'm just gonna, look, it's gonna fit perfect. Making sure I'm pushed right up against the top because I don't want nothing crooked. To start that off, I just give it a rub. And then we get this stamp. You may only need to do this once, but you never know. It's worth, that's why I'm using the Stamparatus. That is perfect. That is stamped perfectly. And nice and dark, as crisp as well. Oh, I love that. And I love my Stamparatus. You all know that. I never used a stamp positioner before. I had one. I used it a couple of times, but this is amazing. And this gets all that ink off. And then I can pop this away back under my stack of ever-growing dies and stamps and stuff. Oh, that was close. I've got my plastic wallet sheets underneath it and just fancied a landslide, then it nearly all fell off. So we're going to pop these away. And like I say, this is retired. but I've paired it up with the new designer series paper from the current catalogue. So there's our new and old together. I can attach these pieces. I'm going to add this on dimensionals. Just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to glue this one down. You could add a sentiment to the back as well, but I think that ornament on the back now is just enough beauty that the rest of your sentiment and what you're going to say to that person you love so much that you're going to give the card to, I think that gives you plenty of space. Now I've got some gold rhinestones here, and I'm just going to add gold to this one. I added silver to the other one, but look at all that gold on there. I couldn't justify adding silver with that beautiful gold background. And do you see this card here? I added those 3 because I made a real on splodge on boo boo. So I'm going to carry that on because I think it looked lovely as a placement anyway. So you can cover up a multitude of sins with these lovely little rhinestones. And you wouldn't well, you couldn't tell on my other card it made a boo boo until I pointed it out. So we're going to pop one of these in each of the corners. There's no real heaviness or anything else to add to one in the centre. It won't bow and buckle. Just remove the back ends. My husband, it's his birthday on the 24th, on the day my daughter moves back. It's my husband's birthday, and I bought him the new Call of Duty. He loves his Call of Duty. And it was like, no baby, I don't want it. And none of us are getting it, because he plays online with about 12 other gentlemen from all over. We've even had one of them visit us from the USA. And this is how they met. So this is looking really good now. I might even come in. Now I'm just going to put my glue away. I have got some gold. Little gold. This is pigment ink, so it takes a little bit longer to dry. Where is my... There it is. I'm going to have to give that a scrub. Oh, I can't believe I didn't take that off. And that's permanent ink, so that's just wiped off beautifully. So I'm going to add a few gold ones on this time. I'm going to add them inside the card and maybe on the back. Grab some scrap here. Just do a tester. Oh, whoopsie. Perfect. And I'm just going to add one right there. Oh, that is so sweet. And a bit of glitter there, do me in. There we go. I can't really add them on the outside of this card now, so I'm going to add one just underneath there as well, and I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to add one to each of the corners on this side. Perfect. That is it. Job's a good one. 2 beautiful cards in the same style with the same stamps there. Just because we've changed up a little bit of the designer series paper. Good back bits. There we go. There's our Deck the Halls. And there's our other one. 2 beautiful cards. Totally different. I am going to fetch in my Wink of Stella. I didn't add shimmer spray to this one because it did make my words look a little bit blurry. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to grab my Wink of Stella And I'm just going over the thick parts of the words. Just to finish this off and give it a bit of sparkle. And who says we've got to have red and green? Who says we can't have black and gold and purple and silver? You can have any colour you want on a Christmas card. I think the red and green just come from somebody looking at a bunch of holly and thinking, oh, it's Christmas. There we go. Wipe off the excess. And there is my double Z fold card. Revamped from about 18 months ago. I know, because it had nearly 5,000 views. My other one is exactly like this. So, yeah, it takes a while for me to get... And there's the wrong one. And, excuse me, and there's the right one. Oh, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you give it a go. I'd love to see your photos over on our Facebook group. So if you're not a member already, come on over, and it's just Stamped with Joy. The group is asked to be joined, and I will willingly add you straight away, or as soon as I see the message. And then you can start posting pictures. You can even promote your own channel in my group. I don't mind at all. This is the joy of having a website and a group where everyone can share everything. So come on over. Which do you prefer? I like them both. I think this one's got a little bit more going on than the bouquet one, but they're just both as beautiful. And I love it. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, if you want to see what I make tomorrow, press this button down here. Help me get to 10,000 subbies, and I'm giving a massive giveaway as well to new and old subscribers. But you've got to have subscribed for at least... Well, I'm going to do the draw 2 weeks after, so you've got to stay a subby as well. You can't run away after you've won your prize and take unsubscribe, because that wouldn't be fair now to all those loyal people that have been faithful to me for the past 2 years. So, and you all know who you are. You're all my favourites. I've got no favourites whatsoever apart from you all. Love you all. Bye.